This phone call,
Hold on.
Cheryl, Union Stewart Short is about to ask Veronica why it wasn't an arbitration when I was told it was. So let's see.
Hello, Glenn.
Yeah.
Veronica. Yeah. Okay. All right. Hey, Veronica, me and Glenn was talking, and I was telling him that you told me that yesterday it didn't turn out to be really an arbitration, and so he tried to find out what was it and why he didn't get a chance to speak. I told I told them they accepted that they was just gonna pay you for it. The case was they was the 5-day suspension. They agreed to settle and just pay it with no admission on the wrongdoing of them and no admission on the at that part they just wanted to settle. They didn't want to have they didn't even at that point they said at the end of the day, even if we went through whether win or lose, it was a 5-day suspension that would not have got you reinstated because you got other incidents after that. So their attorney just chose to, I guess, instead of having us do all the testimony and all of that, he agreed to pay that 5-day suspension.
I thought I thought that I was in an arbitration. I came out thinking that I was in an arbitration in that cornfield. I felt that he didn't even want to. Let me say what I'm gonna say. Let me say what I'm gonna say. The cornfield did not even represent me as and if it wasn't I waited 5 years for what I thought were arbitration, and the I wanted to be represented by Cornfield. The paper, August 3rd, that I had with Dennis signing it and we signed it, those dates was include from July at the oven and all that the food on the floor or the oven. It was stated I was punished for that. I was suspended for that and then was brought back, reinstated then and to move forward. There was nothing else. I was told that we was fighting 5-day suspension. That's it. That's all. Nothing else.
And
So
that's you were fighting the fact that was from Mike DeJesus. So all Mike DeJesus, that issue with Mike DeJesus, that so it was an arbitration. It was set to be an arbitration. If they say they will settle for the 5 days, settle the arbitration for the 5 days, I mean, we could go through it, and at the end of the day, is okay. We'll pay him the 5 days, but we're not reinstating him because he still has other issues, other incidents that goes on beyond that. That 5 days that happened with Mike, that arbitrational case right there, the things that happened with that was from 2016. That had
that's what
nothing to
we
do
thought that we
with
was going on.
right. So they said they were not going to, and I explained that to you. And then I told you
No,
if you need further explanation, you got to talk to General about that. I know. So you got to remember, I am I am now the business agent. I would have been the chief steward. I don't have any knowledge of what Don do after I take it to. Well, now I have some knowledge now, other than when we go to arbitration, they call with a prep. If I had still been working in the plant, they would have just still called me as the chief steward in with you, and it would have been John or Donald as the business agent. I just happened to be business agent. With that portion of it, they talked to Gil, Don, and at that point, the company, I'm telling you what, when I got in on the call, I'm just like, okay, what's going on? They got their attorney, Gil, and they said, well, at this point,
Gills.
no need to even arbitrate because, so they're going to send you a document. It's because at the end of the day, this 273, this issue right here is, we'll pay him for the 5 days. So let me ask this question. So if they say we're gonna pay him for the 5 days, no. Let me get it right. What I want to know is if it was supposed to be an arbitration, and so that means you got arbitrators there listening to the case to decide if he in fact was at termination point, right? If he was at that point.
This is not this is the grievance from Mike and Freddie. Mike, DeJesus, and Freddie.
So I thought that we were not doing Freddie's. I thought that we was doing.
I'm telling you, no, you were doing Freddie, not Freddie, not Mike and Freddie. It was from Freddie DeJesus when Luis Flores went up that incident. Whatever happened there.
So what I'm saying is, so he was written up, and he was written up for being insubordinate to another employee, which you can't be insubordinate to another employee. So I'm just saying, if they had heard that part of it, then can't the arbitrator say, okay, this is not right, and he shouldn't have been written up for that, and then that would take it away, and then you know what I mean?
At that point, what I'm telling you, Shirley, is and Glenn, in that instance, they paid him for the 5 days where he was off, but he had other issues after that.
Let me ask you this: if 2016 and they say June 2016, June 20, 2016, my indication that June 21, 2017 is over.
When did you get terminated?
August 23rd, 2017. August 23rd, 2017.
But what was this? The grievance 273 was from
Wait a minute. Let me put, okay.
273.
273. I don't understand. What you mean?
That's the grievance number.
That was the grievance number.
I don't have that grievance. Okay, what year is that though?
It told that is, remember the grievance, you sent it to me, but the company already had it, and what they're bearing and saying is even if they were to pay you the 5 days, the other event still occurred after all of that. So with the fact they'll pay you the 5 days, but then that's what they're telling you. You had other 5 days. You had other 5 days suspensions after that, and other
on the form of the reinstated that August the 3rd. It was included July the 20th. That in July of 2017. It was included in that. It was included.
So, let me explain to you, Glenn. Mike was not there. Mike did not terminate you.
Correct. Ben Anderson did.
Exactly. And Mike did not have you were on a whole different shift. So this issue here has nothing to do with
what was the issue? What was that issue?
Okay.